Joining me in the Lounges Plus Live Lounge is 3-time ARIA, 15 Golden Guitar, and 2 AFRA Awards winner, Shane Nicholson. How are you, mate?
I'm very well.
Did I get all those awards right? I didn't miss anything?
No, I think you did.
There's so many of them.
There's a few. I still get surprised sometimes that there's that many. You know?
Have them all up on like a shelf?
I do now. You know that I didn't for years because I felt really self-conscious about it, like it was bragging when people would come around. So I had them in a cupboard for a long, long time. And then I got to a point where I realised, no, that took a lot of hard work to earn them, so I'm going to bring them out. And it made me feel like I wanted to keep working hard, not to win more, but to make more music, I guess. And so I have them, right next to my studio where I can see them. And when I go to work every day, it makes me think, okay, I need to try hard.
Yes.
Keep working hard.
Yeah. Now, you cleaned up at the Golden Guitars last year. How was that? Was it a surprise, or did you sort of kind of know you were going to win?
It's definitely a surprise. I mean, it's always a bit of a surprise anyway to win an award, but especially in Tamworth at the Golden Guitars, especially when you're up against, Troy and people like that, it's always a surprise. So I was completely blown away, actually, and I didn't think there was any that I was going to take home that night, so I was really not prepared at all for that.
It's always a nice surprise.
It is, yeah. It's always about, and that's the way I look at it. It's like the one nice thing about the Golden Guitars is that everybody knows each other, is that if you lose, it's someone else that you know really well that gets, and it's good for them, and it's good for their career. So it's always a win-win. Yeah.
And your wins have inspired another album.
Yeah, I've actually got 2 albums happening at the moment, which is there's a scoop.
Yep, you heard it here first.
There's 2 underway. I don't know which one I'm going to go with first or not. So, it always does. I think a little bit of an award win at the end of your album campaign is a nice kick in the backside and kind of makes you, just feel like, I'm going to get back into this again.
Yeah, your collaboration with Lynn Botel, who I met this morning, she's lovely. It's up for a Golden Guitar this year. How did that collaboration come about?
Well, I think it was just pretty much something that rolled out of the fact that I was producing her record, and I've produced, her last couple of albums. And so we were working on that record, and she decided that should be a duet. I think we actually asked a few other different people, and the timing just never worked out. So I just sort of did it out of necessity, let's get this done, and
it's a great song. I've been playing it non-stop since I found it.
Yeah, she's very good. She's very cool, and making Lynn's records is always very easy.
Yes, and you produce a whole heap of people. Do a lot of production.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I live for it.
Is that something that you thought you would be doing, or you just sort of stumbled upon it?
Yeah, I think I always knew that I would have to get into production just to be completely fulfilled, because making my own records only happens once every 2-3 years or something, and that's not enough. I want to make records every day.
Just keep going.
Every day.
Yeah,
and so doing it through other people, I get to vicariously do that, and be in the studio every day, and I love that. There's no place I'd rather be. It's that point of creation. As much as I love being on tour, or any parts of go along with being a musician or an artist, my favourite part is just that point of creation in the studio, where something went from an idea into something that exists, and and I find it really special.
Now you've got a show tomorrow night at the pub. What time's that start? You're going to get little scripts for the show?
8 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, 8 o'clock at the pub.
Get there early.
With my band, with my favourite bands in the world, the General Waste, that I've had for many, many years. And it's our annual pub show, which we've done forever. The pub, I keep playing at the pub, and I still feel really connected to it, because it was, I think, the first place I ever sang in Tamworth when I came to Tamworth.
That's nice, and you sort of just keep coming back, because it
just feels
like home.
Feels a bit like home, and I've sung there so many times, every year, that I've been coming, and even if it wasn't one of my shows, I was going to sing with Bill Chambers or something, that kind of thing, and and now we play in the Bill Chambers room out the back of the pub, you know. So it's funny. He's my ex-father-in-law, and his pictures are all around the room when I'm playing. It's kind of funny.
That wouldn't be weird at all. Now, do you have any advice for the young aspiring artists out there?
Advice these days I think it's always the same advice. It hasn't changed, even though the business has changed. Fundamentally, I think as a new artist, what hasn't changed is that it's the quality of your songs, the amount of effort and energy you have to put into your career, that you can put into your career, and a conviction that you have to keep on the course. Because nothing's changed, even though the business is all very different. It's still hard work, it's still a long road, and the rewards are pretty much the satisfaction you get out of doing it is always the biggest reward, you know. So if you can keep your head around those kind of three key things, I think the rest is kind of immaterial.
Yeah, of course. Great advice.
I hope so. Does that make sense?
Yes, it made sense to me,
Okay,
so
good.
hopefully that made sense to everybody else.
Excellent.
Now, the most important question, we've been asking all the artists this today. What's your favourite chocolate?
Well, that's a funny question, actually, because I don't really
You
eat
feel like I've never been
chocolate.
asked this before.
No.
You don't eat chocolate?
I don't. My girlfriend thinks it's incredibly weird.
That is weird.
But she's incredibly happy about it because she gets all the chocolate. I don't really eat chocolate, but if I was going to pick something from there, I mean, my dad would go nuts over Turkish Delight. He loves them. I would probably pick something really plain. I would pick a crunchy because I like
crunchy. That's our third crunchy.
Really? Oh,
yes.
Wait. White chocolate. I actually am a little bit partial to white chocolate.
So Hayley Jensen really likes the white chocolate.
Does she? Yeah.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I used to get white chocolate Easter eggs, but I still often didn't eat a lot. I'd still have Easter eggs next Christmas from, you know, sitting in the corner of my bedroom.
My daughters are gone in 3 days.
Yeah, my kids are the same.
She's 5. I'm like, where did you put this? Well, thank you for chatting to me, Shane Nicholson. This is the Loungers Plus live room, and of course, don't miss your show.
Yes, be there.
Yes, be there or be square. Thanks, Shane.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you.